Hello and welcome to today's English lesson. My name is Stuart. In today's lesson we're looking at the pronunciation of borrowed words in English. Let's go to the intro. Now, as I mentioned, today's lesson is looking at the pronunciation of borrowed words. And what I mean by borrowed words is words that English has borrowed from other languages. The majority of the words here are of French origin, obviously because of historical reasons between England and France. There's also a Greek word, but English is a language that has borrowed words from French, as I said, from Greek, from Spanish, from Italian, from some of the Northern European languages as well. It's a language which has brought in a lot of other words. And the ones we're looking at here are some of the more common ones. And for learners of English, these words can be difficult to pronounce and use because sometimes, obviously, in English, let's say we try to stick to the original pronunciation. It's not exactly the same, of course, but in a lot of the cases we try to do that. So the first one we've got is the word niche, niche. And you can see here that we have a British pronunciation and the American pronunciation is niche. Niche, okay? Niche, niche, and niche. And you can hear this word quite commonly nowadays in a business context where you have a niche market, a specialized market that you try to attract customers in a very specialized market, in a niche market. And you can also use it if you find a comfortable place in life or a comfortable job. You can say that you have found your niche. You have found your niche. So companies can look for a niche market and you can find your niche in life as well. Those are two of the definitions of the word. So the pronunciation niche. The next one is risque, risque, okay? And if you're talking about a story or a joke, if it's a little bit naughty sexually perhaps, it can be classified as risque, okay? He told a risque story about an affair that he had. So we can use it in that context. In that context, but the pronunciation is risque, risque. The next one is faux pas, faux pas, faux pas. Faux pas is where you commit it's when you embarrass yourself in a social context, either by something you do or something that you say. You can commit a faux pas. If, for example, people are on television and they embarrass themselves, they sometimes can commit a faux pas. So they embarrass themselves in a social context or in a social situation with other people, basically. The next one here is protégé, protégé. Okay, protégé. Be careful of this pronunciation here, this sound, the j, protégé, j, protégé. Protégé is somebody who is learning from somebody with more experience. So if we put it into the context of a company, you could have the company, the boss of the company, and his protégé would be somebody that is trying to learn the business with the help of the more experienced person. It is his protégé or it is her protégé, okay? Now, the next one is tête-à-tête, okay? Tête-à-tête. Tête-à-tête is a private conversation between two people, tête-à-tête. The next one is coup d'état, pronunciation. We can see here coup d'état, coup d'état, coup d'état. Coup d'état is when somebody tries to overturn the government in a country. Recently in Turkey there was a coup d'état where the military or some members of the military tried to overtake and control the government, okay? That is a coup d'état, coup d'état. Again, a French word. All of these ones so far have French origins. The next one is cul-de-sac, cul-de-sac. Now, in English, a cul-de-sac is a street that has no way out. It's a street with no exit, okay? So let's say, for example, you drive on a street and you come to the end and there's no way out. You have to turn around and come back out. That is a cul-de-sac. Now, the meaning in French is different, but in English we use the word cul-de-sac to describe a type of road, a road that has no exit, no way out, okay? A cul-de-sac. This word here is from Greek, hoi polloi, and hoi polloi means the common people, the hoi polloi, okay? The common people. So traditionally, where you had different levels of people in society, different classes, you had the aristocracy, upper middle class, etc. The hoi polloi, the common people, the hoi polloi, okay? Pronunciation, hoi polloi, hoi polloi. This one here is clique, clique, okay? Clique with the longer vowel sound, clique. And a clique is a small group of friends that are not willing to let other people into their group. They form a clique, a small group, which is very difficult to break into because these people have a common interest and they don't want to share their ideas with other people perhaps. So they form a clique, a very tight group, clique. And the next one here is fracas, fracas, okay, fracas. In the USA, they pronounce the word fracas, fracas, but in British English, or where I come from, we pronounce this word fracas, fracas, and a fracas is a disturbance, normally a noisy disturbance or a noisy group of people in the street, maybe having a fight or some type of disturbance with a lot of noise, as I said. That is what a fracas is. You can see that we stress it at the beginning here. Fracas, fracas. So a fracas, when there's something happening in the street, a lot of noise, perhaps people are fighting, you can say that there's a fracas. So all of these different words that are borrowed from other languages in English and the way that we pronounce these words. Now, thank you very much for watching the lesson. If you have any questions or comments, please remember to leave them in the section below. Remember to share the video on social media, your social media form of choice. Please share it up. If you know any other words in English that have been borrowed from other languages, please share them in the comment section. And I'll see you in the next lesson. Have a good day. Bye.